Recently I made a video for the One Marvelous Scene playlist put together by Nando V Movies. Sadly, my video was not put on the playlist, but that video got a better response than any video we've made to this point. So I've decided to expand upon that idea by examining scenes from my favorite TV shows and movies. The criteria for these scenes are basically that they're just scenes that make you say, damn, that's awesome.
Damn!
That's awesome!
When thinking about how I wanted to start this series, tons of scenes came to mind. But I wanted to begin with something that I assume a majority of the people that already watch our content haven't seen. The show we're going to be looking at today is one of my favorites of all time, Doctor Who. Now, since I'm assuming most of you haven't seen this show, allow me to give an absurdly brief overview. The Doctor is a Time Lord, more specifically the last Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey.
I'm a Time Lord. I'm the last of the Time Lords.
He can travel to any point in space and time using his time machine called the TARDIS. Yes, it's a blue police box that also happens to be...
It's bigger on the inside.
Is it? I noticed.
His main goal is to travel the universe and protect innocent people from harm by a variety of different enemies. This is something that he's quite good at, by preventing a huge amount of disasters across almost every imaginable time period during the course of the show. While the Doctor can travel to any place and time in the universe, he seems to spend an inordinate amount of time in the United Kingdom. This is where he usually picks up a companion or two from whatever time period he lands in. He takes these companions on trips around the universe. Some are only around for an episode, while others are regulars across several seasons. Oh, and the Doctor doesn't really die. He regenerates into a new person. It's kind of confusing. You just kind of have to watch the show. They are currently on the 13th Doctor, being portrayed by Jodie Whittaker, the first female Doctor. I first discovered Doctor Who around 2008, deep into the tenure of the 10th Doctor, my favorite version of the Doctor, as portrayed by David Tennant. Back then, the amount of sci-fi type shows that I watched could be summed up into one show, Battlestar Galactica. That's it. So when I first started watching Doctor Who, it took some serious getting used to. There's no doubt that the early seasons had low production value and CGI, but if you can look past that, you'll find that the storytelling is absolutely phenomenal. In an attempt to not spoil anything too much, I won't go into too much detail about the show in hopes that after you watch this video, you'll want to go and experience it for yourself. The scene that I chose for this video is from Season 5, Episode 4, called The Pandorica Opens. This is the first season of the 11th Doctor, played by Matt Smith. But wait, didn't you say David Tennant was your favorite Doctor? Why'd you pick a scene without him? Yes, David Tennant is my favorite Doctor, and he has some amazing scenes, some of which I'm sure I'll make a video on eventually. But I chose this scene because it is the exact moment that made me actively want to continue watching Doctor Who without David Tennant. When they first introduced Matt Smith, I was less than enthused. He seemed a little goofy to be the Doctor. I didn't think he was going to be able to carry the role with the same level of seriousness that David Tennant brought to the role. Luckily, they gave him an amazing companion in Karen Gillan, and that was enough to at least get me to give his version of the Doctor a chance. Then we get to episode 12. There's a lot of backstory here that I'm not going to cover, but the basic premise is that the Doctor and Amy land in Roman-controlled Britain after receiving a call from another recurring character, River Song. They eventually discover that something called the Pandorica, which is supposed to house the most feared being in the universe, is getting ready to open. While examining it, they realize that the Pandorica has been also broadcasting a signal throughout the universe, and it has attracted over 10,000 alien ships who all hope to claim the Pandorica. It is the scene that follows that truly cemented Matt Smith as the Doctor in my mind.
Sorry, dropped it.
Hello, Stonehenge! Who takes the Pandorica takes the universe. But bad news, everyone! Cause guess who? Ha! Listen, you lot, you're all whizzing about. It's really very distracting. Could you all just stay still a minute? Because I am talking!
Now, the question of the hour is, who's got Pandorica? Answer, I do. Next question, who's coming to take it from me?
Come on! Look at me! No plan, no backup, no weapons worth a damn. Oh, and something else I don't have. Anything to lose. So, if you're sitting up there in your silly little spaceship with all your silly little guns, and you've got any plans on taking the Pandorica tonight, just remember who's standing in your way. Remember every black day I ever stopped you, and then, do the smart thing. Let somebody else try first.
Damn, that's awesome. With only the use of his words, he was not only able to get all the aliens to listen and pay attention to him, but also make them flee in fear after he's done speaking. This speech perfectly sums up the reputation that the Doctor has earned over his years of saving the universe time and time again. And the way that Matt Smith delivers that speech proves that they made the right decision in giving him that role. The rest of the episode is pretty awesome as well, but I'm not going to spoil it for you here. Now, I know this show isn't for everybody. When I first started it, I didn't think it was going to be for me. But if you can suspend your disbelief and give it an honest look, you'll find a show filled with scenes like the ones I just showed you. But I want to hear your thoughts. Do you watch Doctor Who? If so, what's a scene that made you say, damn, that's awesome? If you don't watch Doctor Who, did this video make you want to give it a shot? Let me know in the comments below. As I said earlier, this is only episode 1 in this series. So if you have a scene from a show or a movie that you would like me to cover, drop it in the comments. Maybe I'll make a video. Also, be sure to hit that sub button so you don't miss an upload. And if you like this video, please leave a like. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.